Let's go to this next story. So here's someone who I actually used to think was funny. I'm talking about Chelsea Handler. I actually thought that she was funny. I actually thought that she was talented. You know, Pat and I have conversations about, hey, every few years, you need to reinvent yourself. You need to get better. You need to improve. You need to out-strategize. You need to outwork. We all know this, okay? But it seems to me like this chick, Chelsea Handler, is reaching to the same bag of tricks she's been reaching into when she was in her 20s. But now that she's in her late 40s, Chelsea, it ain't cute. There's gonna be a very unhappy ending to your existence. So let's watch this little clip and see how proud she is to be a childless, and what I would call childish woman. She's also manless.
Is she married?
At age 48.
Oh, yikes. Childless.
Manless. I say this stat all the time.
Yeah.
45% of working women between the ages of 25 and 45, according to Morgan Stanley, are going to be childless, manless by 2030. Here's prime example. Numero uno. Let's bring that up a little bit.
Childless woman. I wake up at 6 a.m. I remember that I have no kids to take to school, so I take an edible, masturbate, and go back to sleep.
Pause.
I wake up at 12:30 p.m.
Pause.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
No way.
She wakes up at 6 a.m., takes an edible, masturbates.
Get ready for a busy day of doing.
Masturbates and then goes back to bed till noon. Got it, Chelsea. I'll keep in mind of that. Here we go.
Whatever the I feel like.
Nice.
I put on my most impractical and stylish shoes since I won't be chasing a child around the grocery store. I go to my fave spot in Paris to grab a croissant. I do a meditation sesh on the plane since I have no.
So you go to Paris by yourself, the most romantic city in the world, by yourself. You're doing a meditation pose, whatever, on the plane
for some bread.
by yourself. You're 48, Chelsea. Okay, continue. Paris by yourself. Got it.
No screaming kids, allowing me all the time in the world to become enlightened.
Yeah.
The weightlessness of my existence has granted me superhuman powers. I teleport myself back home.
Pause.
Then I get ready.
Okay, so now you're superhuman powers, you're teleporting, so you're dreaming right now. You're not in reality, right? This is not real life.
At this point.
Got it. Keep going.
For a night out with whatever hot guy I met on Raya that
Pause.
morning.
So whatever hot dude wanted to bang out the 48-year-old Chelsea Handler on Raya, that's who you're looking for at this point? Nothing meaningful, not a boyfriend, not someone that actually loves you. You just want to get banged out Chelsea Handler, 48 years old. Got it. Continue.
I call up a babysitter and tell her that I don't need her since I still don't have kids. Now it's time for a workout, so I hit Mount Everest for a quick climb.
Right, like you've ever done
I invent
that.
a time machine, go back in time and kill Hitler. Freeze, you bastard! It's amazing what you can do when you have this much free time. And that's a day in the life of a childless woman.
Okay. That is what I would call the day in the life of a childish woman.
Ooh.
So when I hear things like, I just want to hang out, wake up, masturbate, take a nap, now I'm doing time traveling, all you got to do is throw in a little fucking Fortnite, you're a 13-year-old boy, Chelsea.
Yes.
You officially became a 13-year-old boy. Let me tell you something. If any of my boys, grown-ass 40-year-old men, married or even specifically the unmarried guys, told me that, yo, Saz, what up? Just woke up, 6 a.m., got up early, took an edible, jerked off, went back to bed. Now I'm pretending that I'm time traveling, nap again, and I'm going to Paris by myself. I don't know anybody there. I'm just going. No girlfriend. I ain't getting no action, nothing going on. I'm just going to go onto Tinder right quick, try to get a slutty chick and see if she'll come over. I don't know. Maybe I'll masturbate again. By the way, did I tell you about this time machine that I'm inventing? I'm like, bro, you are a professional loser, homie. What are you talking about right now? And that to me is the problem with Chelsea, is that speaking of reinventing yourself and improving, this is the same shtick she did 20 years ago. So here's the problem. When you're 24, this is cute. This is new. This is fresh. This is, oh, she's so funny. Chelsea, when you're almost 50 years old, this is sad. This is sad. This is not an existence that you want to live.
Yeah.
And it's the mentality. It's the being proud of no man, no kids, no situation. But let me go deeper for a second. And this is where I want you guys in the audience, because I'm sure the guys in the audience are like, yeah, this is nonsense.
Yeah.
Here's the issue. For every one famous Chelsea Handler is that's saying this, there's millions of women, specifically white women, coming right at you, Becky. And they're believing this. And she's like, Chelsea's so cool.
Yeah.
Sarah Jessica Parker from Sex and the City is so cool. Samantha, the slutty chick on whatever, Sex and the City is so cool. No. There's a sad ending at the end of the day for this. A very sad ending. Because when Chelsea's 62 years old and ain't nobody trying to match with her on any fucking dating app.
Right.
And she's like, look at me, guys. No, Grandma, sit the fuck down. Okay, so Chlsea reminds me of Joan Rivers. Does anybody know who that is?
Joan Rivers, yes.
Joan Rivers,
Fashion
of course.
Police.
Fashion Police with Joan Rivers.
Wow.
Female, comedian, cutting edge, says shit. Do you want to know the difference between Joan Rivers and Chlsea?
What?
Joan Rivers had Melissa Rivers, her daughter. She had a legacy to pour into.
Right.
She had someone to train. By the way, when Joan Rivers died, because we're all going to die, Melissa Rivers took over. Took care of Joan in her final days, was there for her. Now, if you think dying alone, Chlsea, is the way to go, God bless.
Yeah.
You do you, Chlsea. But what I want women to know is this is not the direction you want to go. Now, if no man wants you, and if you're just not cool, not attractive, not beautiful inside and out, you can't have kids, the list goes on and on and on. Hey, I got it. But if you are actively an attractive woman, if you actively have a thing going on in your life that men would want, and you're so indoctrinated by the feminism mentality that you're fucking promoting this nonsense, hey, you reap what you sow, ladies.
But do you think she's just catering to this behavior for the audience and the views? Because she is at a point where her likelihood of finding a successful marriage and having kids is so low. You think maybe she's just catering to the audience so that she can at least her business and her work can do well? Because I look at this and to me I see a sad lady. Like I understand it's funny and all, but like I see as a very sad lady from this.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with everything you just said.
Yeah.
I think that she's convincing herself that life is cool.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, she's got a little pocket rocket on her way to Paris.
Yeah.
But that shit's sad. And now listen, if this is what actually happens to women, okay, like I have a family member, an aunt, that never got married, but she had medical issues. And I feel for her. But that's not the life that she chose and volunteered to do. There's a difference.
Right.
Okay? So if this, like I'm never going to make fun of a woman because of the choices she made in her life. Do you?
Right.
But to be proud and promote this
Dangerous.
lifestyle,
Dangerous.
I think is the exact opposite of finding happiness in your life. That's just me, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know. Kels, you have a strong opinion on what you think's going on here?
I think I would be sad if it was me. I think Natalya made a good point that she's probably working media to help promote herself. It might not necessarily be how exactly she feels, and she could be trying to take advantage of her situation. Like, she kind of has walked herself into this situation based off of her behaviors and her choices, and she's not willing to change any of that. So she has to tell herself
Look at the camera.
that she has to tell herself that she is. It's over here.
You're good. Go
She
ahead.
has to tell herself that she's happy. Maybe she is. Maybe she believes that. But she's not willing to change any of her behaviors or lifestyle choices, and any future partner of hers should know that, because this is what she wants: to be single, to be miserable or happy, as she calls it.
Yeah.
But even
Sad.
even the comedy today has changed so much. Like we find something like this funny versus like when White Chicks came out. Right? White Chicks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean and Marlon Wayans.
Yes, that movie
Vinny's
was
friends.
hilarious. I actually watched it a few weeks back, and I was dying laughing like it was the first time I watched the movie. And I thought to myself, if
first
something
time?
like this would have came out today,
Yeah.
canceled.
Nat, you just got canceled for bringing up
Yeah,
white chicks.
like, it
and you're
would've
not
been-
even white. How dare you?
No, I'm brown.
How dare you, Nat?
I'm sorry.
We already covered that last week about brown people.
I'm sorry. I'm just
Hey, you know what?
work ethic is on 10.
I accept your apology. We're good. You just didn't get canceled.
Okay, good.
That's how easily things happen like that.
See?
You just got uncanceled.
Okay, perfect.
Boom.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Freedom of speech. America.
But I
Go.
do think the comedy today, it's becoming toxic. I think we're finding humor in things that are people's reality instead of finding humor in things that are just like funny. And I don't know. I think that's a shift that we need to make sometime soon, hopefully, because as much as this video is funny and she's a comedian and we get that, it's still her reality. It's not like she can say like, oh, well, I am married and I do have kids, so like this is just a joke.
I think
it's her reality.
The difference. I think that's the difference. She could, that could be her reality. She could be happy with that, and it could be totally true.
Right.
But it's this whole media push of like, oh, other women should feel this way too. Other women should do this. This is okay. It's not okay.
Just understand something, and I'm going to revisit this. This is the mindset of a 13-year-old boy. I wake up, I jerk off, I do some drugs, I take a nap, I go play video games. I'm a magician now. I'm teleporting to Paris.
Yikes.
And now I'm developing a time machine. This is not real life.
Yeah.
So for you women out there, show this, gentlemen, show this to women. For you 47-year-old women, 32-year-old women that don't want to end up like this isn't real. Half the shit she said is make-believe time machines, 3D weird shit video game mentality. This isn't real life. The real life is wake up, go to work, work at your job, deal with your boss, make some money, go home by yourself, no kids, no man, rent's due, gotta feed the 12 cats
Work out.
and the
Such a
4
great
dogs. Maybe you work out. Okay,
great point.
you've got nothing going on. So this whole like this fantasy land that Chelsea's basically living in, it's not reality. It's not based in anything.
Yeah.
So this comedic skit is a mockery. I get it.
Yeah.
But you know when like someone really believes in what they're doing,
Right.
they say it with conviction.
Yes.
She says it with complete like sad sarcasm.
Yes. Sad sarcasm.
Sad sarcasm.
That's it.
And it's fine for her because she's monetizing these views.
Right.
But if you, Linda, Becky, Suzanne, follow this,
Yeah. Careful.
it's not so good.
Yeah. You find
It's
yourself,
not so good.
find yourself stuck.
Find yourself
sure.
stuff like Chuck. Anyway, if a man said stuff like this, any man would be like, bro, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Wake up. By the way, this, I believe, is what toxic femininity is. Okay? Chelsea Handler. That's toxic femininity. This whole term toxic masculinity. Okay? Toxic femininity. I don't need no man. I do it all myself. I wake up and I masturbate and I go to Paris. It's like, okay, lady. Good luck on that edible in your time machine. So if you like that clip, click right here to watch another. Or if you want to watch the entire Soscast, click right here.